The lights go up. Macbeth is lying in bed in a dark room with only one candle burning. He hears a sound and then sits up, grabbing a knife.
Unfold yourself. Friend or foe?
Anshin, Lady Macbeth, enters, carrying a candle.
Perhaps neither.
A woman.
Very much a woman.
Are you a servant of this house?
I am no servant, sir.
You are of this house, are you not?
You say so?
It must be so. You are unbuckled, dressed for sleep.
Is this sleepwear, sir?
You play games with me.
Are you amused?
Somewhat.
Shall I continue to play with you?
I must know who you are.
Is not the cryptic more exciting than the plain spoken?
Your goal here then is to excite.
Are not games such as those played between a man and a woman more amusing when there is also a mystery?
You are a servant in this house.
I serve only myself, General.
Have you come to share my bed?
I have come to lay my eyes upon the greatest general in Scotland, Macbeth. The pride of the king's army.
Lay your eyes.
Only my eyes.
I am disappointed.
Are you?
Somewhat. But I wonder why a woman, young enough to be a maiden, should enter a man's bedchamber in robes such as those, so much of her soft skin exposed to the night air, unless she planned to warm herself in that man's arms.
I am here only to look upon the arms, the flesh, assess the great man, to estimate his value. To look only, sir.
Will I dash the mystery of your game if I ask what you are called?
The mystery will be dashed only if I answer.
General Macbeth commands you answer.
I will not be commanded.
Begs your answer?
I am sometimes called Angèle.
Anjen. Are you not the daughter of this house?
First you ask me if I am the servant of this house. Now you ask me if I am the daughter of this house.
Are you not?
Neither my mother nor my father is a building made of stone and wood and mortar. So as words do have specific meanings, sir, I am not the daughter of this house. I am the daughter of a man and a woman.
You play with words.
I do.
Reveal the name of your father.
I believe you have guessed. My father is the lord of this household, and my mother is the lady.
You, then, are the maiden I've come to take as my wife.
As such, sir, I've come to see the man that I have not yet decided to take as my husband.
You have no choice.
Oh, but I do, sir. I am very resourceful, and I have become a woman who commands my own destiny.
You are trifling in myth. So much as legend of Arthur and Gawain, and the hag who becomes a beautiful maiden. Women who desire to govern their own lives.
The desire is no myth.
But the realization is, you have been promised to me, and I will take you as my wife, should I choose to do so.
You have never taken a wife, General?
I have had many opportunities, but no, I have had no wife.
Well, I believe it is you who is trifling in myth, General. For there are women, quiet, subservient, Those who walk on soft feet, following 3 steps behind their husbands, as their men carve paths for their soundless, slippered feet. I am not such a woman, nor will I be such a wife. See me now as I am.
I do.
Then take me as I am, or take me not. I choose not to be a servant in your house or anyone's house. I will not be the cook or the laundress, nor will I be the nursemaid who lingers all day and night by the cradle.
Come into my bed.
I will not be the lady of the manor who waits quietly as her lord travels from house to house, bed to bed, waiting with my attendants in sewing circles, embroidering my lord's coat of arms on pillows for his amusement. Such is not me, not who I am. So, say now, you wish me as I am, or I leave this place, and you leave tomorrow without me.
I am bound to your father to take you as my wife.
I will not marry you if you will not accept this union on my terms.
Are you such a prize as that?
I am.
Lady, I am more the prize. I have the gratitude of Scotland in my left hand and the affirmation of God in my right. There is not one living being who walks on 2 feet in all the land who does not know my name and know of my triumphs. I have consented to this marriage because stories of your beauty are told far and wide.
Indeed.
However, I have heard none of the stories of your conceit or your insolence.
Insolence?
Had I known that McKenneth's daughter imagined she was marrying Sir Gawain of Arthur's court, I would have more wisely chosen.
You are a... I see. You are the one who plays with words now.
To excite you.
And so you have succeeded, my lord.
Another triumph for the great Macbeth.
As of yet, you have won nothing, sir. Clever you are, and the incomparable general in the king's army. Handsome, no doubt. But ultimately, you are less than I deserve.
What more could I be?
Have you no ambitions?
Nothing but ambitions.
Fame is a worthy title.
And so it is, but it is bestowed, not earned.
Perhaps earned on the battlefield, or through loyalty to our king.
Then I will have it, as I am faithful to the king and am still on the battlefield. A Thane of Glamis has no heirs. His lands will be mine.
When, good sir?
When it is bestowed. Soon. Come into my bed.
Is there not a way, as steel, you can take the lands and this title, and wait not?
My lands include a great house at Inverness. In this moment, there are housemaids preparing a chamber for my bride. Great gardens and stables.
Oh, it is not enough.
Your ambitions topple my own.
Is it so that the greatest general in history of Scotland is daunted by the desires of a woman? I am disappointed. Perhaps you are nothing more than an unexceptional man with a lofty and deceptive title.
You are like the thistle. The magnificence of the purple bloom lures one's hand toward the riser spines that wound and draw blood.
Perhaps I challenge you, as you require challenge to realize the noble status which your excellence demands.
Look at me. I am a man unlike other men. I need no titles, nor do I require vast tracts of land to prove my worth to the king, to Scotland, or to the women of my household.
I will not be a woman in your household. Instead, I choose to be your partner at the head of your table with you. I choose to be the warrior empress at the side of my general, tendering him his mace and his sword. He slays his enemy. I choose to be the woman who rides my own stallion as we vanquish our foes. Are razor spines not a benefit on the battlefield, my general?
You are more than you seem.
As are you, my husband.
Macbeth and Anjin embrace and kiss passionately. End of play. It was wonderful.
That was great.
Yeah. If you don't mind, Nicole, I'd like to ask them a couple questions about the play.
Yes. I just want to back up real quick because we had a slight interruption in the video.
Okay.
So the video started a little bit late, but I just wanted to introduce the characters once more. So Renee, who was your character?
I played the role of Anjin.
Okay, and then AJ, who did you play?
I was playing General Macbeth.
Okay, I think it's a great play. It's interesting to see what the before story is to Macbeth, because you always see it from the point where Hamlet, where the play starts off typically, to see that before story.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what I like about Shakespeare is the backstories of every character that he weaves into the plots. Sometimes aren't revealed and we can just guess about them. And I think that's what's most fascinating about Shakespeare is we meet Lady Macbeth and she's in her, I guess, late 30s, but she has 35 years of life under her belt. And I believe we want to know.
Right.
We want to know who she is and how she spent those 35 years. And I think it's similar with Macbeth. We know he's the greatest general in Scotland, but we don't know how he met his wife. We don't know how he fell in love with such a bloodthirsty, ambitious, woman filled with audacity and passion. We don't know how they met.
Mm-hmm.
And so people like myself
Right.
make up stories.
Do you feel like both characters both have their positive and negatives? Like when Renee, when you're looking at I'm sorry if I keep butchering her name. Anjanin. Do you feel as though she does have some vulnerability, but she's got to be this overtly, very strong personality in order to get what she wants?
Well, the way I see her is that she knows what she wants. She wants power. She wants to have power take over the throne. And the only way she's going to get it in her society is not as a woman, is through her husband. So she was betrothed. She was supposed to marry this man. So she has to seduce him into wanting her and wanting to give her everything. So that's how ultimately she brings down this, because there was a line and he talks about how he has allegiance to his king and God, and he's a good, upright man. Even though he's a general, he believes in God and does the right thing, right? And here comes this woman who is gonna lead him astray and bring him down and cause his demise. So the only way she's gonna do that is by seducing him and making him completely fall for her, to have full allegiance for her, so that she can do whatever she wants.
Wow.
So that's how I played her, and I got some direction from Sheila. I think that's what Sheila wanted as well, and we were all working together. AJ, what do you think about it?
My favorite part about this play is the consistency with the source material. Just like all through the original play of Macbeth, you just see him get dragged along, just strung, not just by her, but by everyone in his life, just kind of pulled from one plot point to another because he just happens to be the perfect vessel for it.
Yes.
And I thought this was a really nice way of sort of just inciting that spark there.
Mm-hmm.
It's consistent with his character. He's almost like he wants to do the right thing and that's why he became a general.
But there's that human part of him that, there's this woman here.
Right. And I think it's very much like he, especially in this, since we get to dive more into both of them here, especially in this, you really get the sense that he's just a guy. He's just a guy who was like doing the best he could in his career, and maybe he was a good person, maybe he wasn't, but obviously it didn't take that much for him to sort of shift.
Yeah.
And then for both of you, do you feel like you had to take from portions of your life? Did any portions of your life kind of help you with this? Do you feel as though the character, there were some challenges with the character coming to bring this to life?
You want to go first?
Was there any struggles like trying to get into the character of it?
Macbeth could not be further from me.
Yeah.
I had this problem when I was taking acting classes at Brookdale. My friend Sophia and I were actually given one of the iconic Macbeth and Lady Macbeth scenes where she's trying to get him to steal his resolve, and I just was not getting it. And to this day, I would never be able to play him in like a full thing. So this was a nice way of like just kind of dipping my toe in the water, because this is I'm gay as the day is long. So this is right off the bat, I'm just on the other side of the fence.
I think you could do it though, AJ. I think you could do it. You're that good an actor.
Very convincing. You were very convincing.
Thank you.
Yes, I think you could do it.
Only if you're the Lady Macbeth though, because that's you were Sophia. I need somebody to string me along.
No problem.
This question's for Sheila. What made you think to write a play depicting the meeting between Imogen and Macbeth? Like, what inspired you to come up with this, with these scenes?
Well, I've always been fascinated with the backstories in Shakespeare, and I wrote this play relatively recently, and it was actually after I met Renee and AJ, and I was thinking about them.
Oh, wow.
But I recently reread Macbeth, and for the first time, I felt similar to what AJ just said, and that is, he's a regular guy. If he had married a churchy,
Totally different story.
right?
Yeah,
right. He would have been a churchy general.
Yeah. And when I did Lady Macbeth, I was, this engine, I just channeled this alter ego, like this other person inside of me that usually never comes out, like this whole very sultry, sensual stage yeah, I can create that because it's safe.
right.
Mhm.
But it's fun to go there.
I think everybody has that kind of side to them if they wanted to, like, I don't want to say make it simplified. I'm sure there's a lot of process. I never want to say that this is a simple process. There's a process that you have to dig deep inside of you to open this up. And I think that's a great thing about actors, is that they're able to dig deep inside themselves and go, this is the personality I'm going to emote right now. This is the scene that I'm living in right now, that I have to be present in right now, and forget everything else that's happening on in the world. This is the present for me. And that's an incredible talent, I think. And I'm jealous of it because I'm an artist. I stay behind the canvas. I'm quite well at being an introvert alone in a studio, and to have actors go out and put this side of themselves, expose this side of themselves, is just amazing. And I think that if you're able to do that on screen, on stage, that's just incredible.
It's enjoyable when there's good, the play is written well, you know, when there's good writing that you're working with, it's, and the characters being created for you, it's enjoyable. That's why I love working with this group, because, you know, Sheila's always, she writes great and she develops her characters so well. And but also she's always looking to us for some input, and we massage the characters, and we talk about things, and we create them together, and we give each other feedback of each other's characters. So there's a really good energy. So it's not just the actor alone, but it's everyone. Just like when you paint, it's not you alone really, because there's so many other people who have influenced you and coming into the picture, and you can always give and take.
All these experiences have developed into this one moment. And that's what makes each actor unique.
Very much so.
Well, also, just to let you know, Nicole, my theory is that the reason acting is so attractive is because we go into it. I'm not an actor, but we go into it, the entire process, knowing it's collaborative. But I think as a painter or a dancer or any type of artist, it's all collaborative, as Renee said. And in a way, I think it's a shame that so many visual artists, graphic artists, believe that you are alone with the canvas, when you're not. In truth, you are the subtext of what goes on the canvas, and so are the people who look at it and appreciate it, and all of that is collaboration. That's my theory, that this is why I believe that playwriting is so attractive, because it opens the door to collaboration, whereas when you paint a painting in your mind, you feel alone, and I don't think that's really the case.
No. And I think when an artist, and I don't want to get off track because we do have to do another play,
Right.
but to kind of tack onto that is, with an artist, you basically have to expose yourself, not literally, but expose yourself, your inner world. Oh, yeah. And
Renee exposes
that's
herself.
one of the bravest thing an artist can do, is to take this piece of your psyche and put it out there for the whole world to see. And I think that also goes along the line of acting. You're taking a piece of, so when I asked that question before, when you had to take a piece of yourself and then, you know, either bring it out or put it back, you know, that's something that I think is quite amazing to be able to do, and in the moment for all of you. So I'm going to let Sheila back into control of this. We do have another performance. The second play is a much lighter piece.
So we can, I'm going to shut off so I can put the next.
Sure.
Sure. And I'll just talk about that for 1 second.
So so do you want to talk about the second play, Sheila?
Sure. It's very different, and it's a comedy, and I wrote it for one sort of a musical situation that was available at the time, but that, as many things that we do as artists, didn't come to fruition. But it's a comedy, and I'd just like to say one thing. This is a tribute to the diverse talent that AJ and Renee have. And I know I'm talking them up, but it's because they're so good that they could do a Macbeth meta play and then switch into a comedy in a 5-minute span. Really, they're wonderful. Now, would you like me to just talk a little bit about the play?
Yeah, if you could. And then what I'm
Okay.
going to do is I'm going to let you announce the next play, and I'm going to go dark. And then when you're done, we'll come back and we'll discuss the second play.
Okay, great. Thank you. Well, the second play is called Wanna Sing the Blues. And one of the reasons I'm so excited about doing this play tonight is because both AJ and Renee are singers. And AJ especially has quite a diverse repertoire. So I think this is really a good fit for them. But it's called Wanna Sing the Blues, and it stars Renee as Kitty Green, a very young Southern belle who wants to run off with a bluesman saxophone player. Her problem is that she has to convince the saxophone player that she can sing and contribute to the success of his career, and she can't sing. So she seeks the retired superstar bluesman, singer, and trombone player, who also happens to be the town celebrity. His name is Cosmo Papa A. Abraham, and he is retired and working at a doctor's office. But Miss Kitty Green seeks him out, finds him, and tries to convince him that he can do magic. And we're all looking for magic, so I think this is a wonderful play. Okay. Renee, are you almost ready? I think she is putting on her Kitty
I
Green.
am.
Okay. She's putting on her Kitty Green persona. And I think that, okay, there we are. I think AJ already has his Papa A.
Got it.
He's got a Papa A deep down inside his heart. Okay, so let me start the play. This is the 1960s in a small town in the South. There are two scenes. Scene 1, Cosmo, Papa A, sits behind the desk at a doctor's office. Enter Kitty Green.
Excuse me. I'm looking for Mr. Abraham.
Well, are you here to see the doctor?
No, I'm here to speak with Mr. Abraham. Are you Mr. Abraham?
Sweetheart, this is a doctor's office.
I know that, but I was asking around, and people told me that I can find Mr. Abraham here.
Well, since you are aware this is a doctor's office and people come here to see the doctor, you must be here to see the doctor.
Well, I believe you are Mr. Abraham because I've seen your picture. The quality of the photograph was nothing to write home about, but I believe you are Mr. Abraham. Am I not right?
Yes. But when people come through that door, they come through that door to see Dr. Petty, not speak with Mr. Abraham.
May I make an appointment to speak with you, Mr. Abraham?
I don't know. About what?
Well, I heard you used to give singing lessons, and I'm interested in singing lessons. In fact, I need to know how to sing as soon as possible.
Is that right?
Yes, that is right. I need to learn to sing as soon as possible, and I do have money to pay for my lessons.
You know, young lady, I have not given singing lessons in many years. I'm not sure I'm up to the task.
Well, I know you are, Mr. Abraham. You are. I heard you're the best there ever was.
Do you think if you flatter me, I will say yes?
No, I'm speaking the truth. I heard from lots of people that you are the absolute best singing coach in the whole wide world.
How old are you, honey?
Old enough to know.
Old enough to know what?
Old enough to know what I want.
And what exactly is it that you want?
I want to learn to sing the blues.
The blues? Oh, good gravy.
That's right, the blues. I need to know how to sing the blues. And I need to know right now.
Do you have the blues?
I do. I got it bad.
You ain't got the blues.
I do. I got the ache in my bones to sing the blues, Papa A.
Nobody calls me Papa A anymore.
Oh, some people do.
Who? Who you been talking to who calls me Papa A?
Lots of folks, like Mr. Slickman from the Fountain Club calls you Papa A. He's the one who told me where I can find you.
Sigmund. So you mean Joe Anton? Joe Anton, the bartender.
No, Antonio Slickman. He is the bartender over there, but he goes by the name Antonio Slickman, Mr. Slickman.
Shoot, that isn't his real name. His real name is Joe Anton, and you can't believe anything he says. He's a storyteller. 100 years ago, he would have made his living going from town to town telling stories.
Well, he told me where I could find you, and here you are, Papa A. Mr. Abraham.
Even a broken clock is right twice a day, honey.
Oh, Mr. Abraham, you gotta help me. You just gotta. I mean, if I don't learn to sing the blues, my life will end.
What are you talking about? Are you having some kind of breakdown? Maybe you do need to see the doctor.
No, Mr. Abraham. Let me tell you my story.
What's your name, little girl?
My name's Kitty. Kitty Green.
Well, Miss Kitty Green, you're going to have to come back when we close. This is a doctor's office, and we provide medical and health services to people in need of those things. We do not listen to people's stories unless those stories directly affect a person's medical or health needs. Do you understand?
Yes, I do. But if I don't learn to sing the blues, I will surely die. That's medical.
You come back today at 5:30, then we can talk.
Oh, thank you, Papa A. I think the Lord helped me find you today because you can save my heart and soul.
Shoot.
End of scene 1. Scene 2, the doctor's office. 5:30. Enter Kitty.
Papa A.
Miss Kitty Green, come in here.
Thank you for helping me, Papa A. I got some music I want you to teach me.
Let me see what you got. Etta James, at last. You want to sing like Etta James?
Well, I know I'll never sing like Etta James, but I want to sing that song as good as Kitty Green could sing it.
All right, then. Well, let me hear you sing.
Well, that's why I'm here. I want you to teach me to sing.
What, you don't know anything about singing?
No, sir.
Nothing.
Well, a little.
Let me hear you sing, at last.
Teach me how, is what I'm saying.
There is your key.
Will you start it for me, please?
At last.
At last.
Oh,
Good.
at last.
At last.
No, sweetie. Like this. At last.
At last.
Okay, just a minute now. Why do you want to learn to sing the blues?
I just gotta.
Why?
I have my reasons, Papa A.
Don't you go and tell me you're in love with a blues man.
I didn't say anything about a blues man.
You didn't have to. Your whole body just told me that you're in love with a blues man.
So what if I am? There's nothing wrong with being in love with the blues man.
Shoot.
Oh, Papa A.
Don't you Papa A me, Miss Kitty Green. I know you. I've seen a million girls just like you. You want to run off with some blues man?
So what if I do?
Honey, you don't know how to sing. And it's going to take me a long time to teach you. And you, with all this, I gotta learn right now stuff. Your blues man is probably leaving on Sunday. And you think in 3 days you're gonna learn to sing and be able to go with him? I don't think so.
Oh, just one song. All I need to know is one song. And then he'll take me with him.
Did he tell you that?
Not in so many words.
What exact words did he say?
Well,
What exact words did he say?
he said,
What did he say?
that I'm sure pretty.
That's it?
Yeah, and that I'm a good kisser too.
Uh-huh.
That he'll be leaving Monday morning. And that he's sure gonna miss me.
Girl.
And that he loves seeing me smile at him when he's playing.
Miss Kitty Green, don't you dare tell me he plays a saxophone.
So what if he does? Nothing wrong with the saxophone.
Oh.
What?
Haven't you ever heard about saxophone players? How they are with women? My sister fell in love with a saxophone player once. Found out later he was married, not once but twice. 2 wives, 2 households, 2 sets of children. On top of that, he had a girlfriend in every town in the state.
Just cause that's how it was for your sister doesn't mean it's gonna be the same for me.
You think you're going to make a saxophone player faithful? A leopard can't change his spots.
Papa A, I can see in his eyes that he loves me.
Shoot.
I'm serious as a heart attack.
Shoot.
Papa A, you used to be a bluesman.
A bones player. A trombone player. Trombone players are solid, faithful, honest. You can trust a trombone player. You can't trust no saxophone player.
You ain't right this time, Papa A.
Oh, shoot. And don't be running around with no trumpet player either. They're no good. Trumpet players are in love with themselves. Their heart's got no room for wives.
Papa. Oh, Papa. I love him. Sax and all.
You may love him, sweetie. You may really, really love him. But you can't know he loves you back. You just can't know.
But he does, Papa. I just know it.
Shoot. Look at me, Miss Kitty Green. You look at me and look right into my eyes. There. I see it. You know I'm right.
You ain't right.
You know I am, little girl. You know I am.
No. No.
I bet I know why you want to sing at last. He probably sang those words to you, sang them right into your eyes when you two were alone. Is that right? You tell Papa, is that so?
He said that. We're here in heaven 'cause I was his at last.
Those are the lyrics to that song. Yes, they are pretty words, but that fellow did not write those words for you. He's probably singing those same words to every other girl in Mississippi.
No.
I
No.
found a thrill to press my cheek to. Miss Kitty Green, the young man want to press more than his cheek to you. You know I'm right.
I love him. But a part of me is afraid that you might be right.
It's all right, baby girl. We all have our moments when a sexy piece of snapper looks good. I think it's a little bit of a rebellion from our own mamas and papas. Come now. I'm going to teach you a song, a blues song. But not At Last.
What you gonna teach me?
What? Dry your tears. Come on. I'm going to teach you Hound Dog by Big Mama Thornton.
Don't Elvis sing that song?
Oh, yeah, Elvis sings it, but he changed up the lyrics so it could be sung by a man. In truth, that's a song for a woman who's in love with a saxophone player.
Woo! Special song. Just for me.
A special song just for you, Kitty Green.
Uh-huh.
Mm. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, been snooping round the door. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, been snooping round my door. You can wag your tail, but I ain't gonna feed you no more. Come on. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, been snooping round my door. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, been snooping round my door.
You can wag
your
your tail,
but I ain't gonna feed you no
ain't gonna feed you no more. Yeah. Was that good?
That was good, Kitty Green.
Yeah.
End of play. It was even funnier this time.
That was wonderful.
It was a little different, Nicole.
That was a lot of fun. Like I could see Kitty like really wanting to know what it's like to sing the blues, and her only reason for singing the blues was to be with the person that she likes, that she's fallen in love with. So that was funny. And AJ, you sounded fantastic.
Thank you.
He's a very good singer. And Nicole, I have to tell you, Renee is actually a good singer. You wouldn't know it.
She opened her mouth. She's like,
And you were way over the top, Renee. I thought it was wonderful.
yeah, that was great.
Yeah, both of you guys were great.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
You're great. You're great to act with.
You
And
too.
that went in a totally different direction than I thought it was going to go in, because at one point I almost got the impression that she wanted to learn to sing the blues for other reasons and not for a saxophone player. So when he looked into her eyes and goes, "It's for a guy, isn't it?"
Look at me. I love that. Look at me. You know what I found interesting while you guys were just talking about, what you just mentioned, Nicole, about how she really wanted to learn to sing to be with her sax guy. The two plays we just did are very interesting. There are these two women who want their man for different reasons, and one is willing. This Kitty is willing to go to all ends of the earth to be with this guy who really could care less, and then Angène wants to turn the guy around to meet her needs. So both of them want a guy, but for different reasons.
Yeah, that's a really good analysis. I like that. And the fact that Kitty is she's very naive and she's very eager to please.
Yes.
Right? Angène is like, I am going to
my way or the highway.
I am going to rule the planet.
What's funny is I am noticing, now that you've mentioned that, I am noticing similarities between both Kitty Green and, ironically, General Macbeth. And Angène and Papa A. It's very much like an experience and drive versus, to a degree, a naivety with just like kind of a need to please.
Yes. Yes.
And I like Papa A.
General. Mm-hmm.
And Papa A's character is a total role reversal, because the general is just very stoic and he's got a mission, and Papa A's like, really?
You to come in here with that? No. I've definitely had to
strong.
have this conversation with friends before, so it was very therapeutic for me. Just, girl, stop.
Don't do this.
So Sheila, what inspired this play? Because you're saying you came from the Shakespearean meta play to come down to this play. It's just it's a unique transition. What made you think of this particular play? What made you come up with this creation?
I just like the character of the Southern Belle because I don't think she really exists.
Mhm.
But we made her up. And she's a certain way, but it's sort of a Blanche Dubois kind of, oh, I'm such a Southern belle, but I'm actually not kind of way. And I just like the idea that someone wise would meet someone who wants to pick their brains, you know?
Mhm.
It's kind of like listening to the BB King radio station on Sirius XM. Every once in a while, he tells a story, and you're just saying, "You've seen it all. You know everything." You know. But
Now in this play, now I know this is a 10-minute play. Do you have this more developed down the road to become a longer length play, or a 2-act or a 4-act production, or what do you foresee for this particular play? Because I wanted to see more. I wanted to know what happened with Kitty. Like, I want to know what happens with Kitty and the saxophone player now.
Why?
sometimes I write 10-minute plays, and people say, "Oh, yeah, you should do more with it." But sometimes I think that the characters are saying, "No, we're good.
Yeah.
We're good." Sometimes the characters say that we're fine now. Thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
I'm not
definitely get
sure.
that from Kitty.
And it's funny because with the meta play with Macbeth, I don't want to call it it's a bit of a tongue twister. The Macbeth meta play, you know the ending because you know what happens.
Right.
Whereas this, you don't. You're left with that. What happens next?
Would you like to write the next act, Nicole?
I don't know if I have time.
You know what I think should happen? I think one of the other members of this saxophonist band falls in love with Kitty after watching her try to impress the saxophone guy. And he falls in love with her, and then he's willing to do anything for her, but she won't have him. So it goes back and forth.
Nice little love triangle.
Triangle.
Thing. Yeah.
It's like a continuous cycle. As soon as he gets over it, there's another girl that comes
Yeah,
in.
it's kind of like it's kind of like what's on TV. Just kind of like keep you in suspense, and then something.
It's gonna be like Stephen King's It. Every 27 years, there's a new Kitty Green.
As long as he's not a trumpet player. Maybe the trombone player could
Maybe a
fall
harmonica player. Harmonica.
with Kitty Green.
Ooh.
Yeah,
One of the ideas behind that is one of my former students at Brookdale was a musician, and she wrote a paper about the stereotypes behind each musical instrument player.
interesting.
And the saxophone player and the trumpet player were the dogs of the band. And the trombonist was always the good guy. And the bass guitarist went to prison. I mean, it was just so interesting. You know?
I'm just glad that you guys didn't do the clarinet player because I'm a clarinet player.
Okay.
6 years, I was waiting for that. I was like, if they say the clarinet player is boring, I'm out of here.
Can I have a copy of this paper? I'd really like to compare it to my music friends.
Yes, that would be very interesting.
And what's interesting is there's another actor that we work with sometimes, Brendan Gillespie, and he used to be a drummer. And the paper said that drummers tend to be very, to do, 30 things at the same time.
Oh,
And
yeah.
very much Brendan. He is very hyper, and he's always moving. And he fits the stereotype. But then now he plays guitar also, right?
Oh, he plays like 20 different instruments.
Okay.
So he probably fits all of those different stereotypes at different times.
Let's hope
Kind
he
of
doesn't
shift.
end up in jail.
Plus he knows a lot about our lighting. He does a lot of lighting, right, for our shows. He's done, in
Yeah.
addition to
Yeah,
that.
he is the epitome of a jack of all trades. He's very talented.
Yes.
Yes, except
That's
that
fair.
that expression is jack of all trades, master of none.
Yep.
He is a master of all of those trades.
Yeah.
So he's not, I don't think he's a jack of all trades. I think he's a master of all trades.
Sheila
All the
loved us.
people we work with in Dromio Players are all so super talented. And I'm really blessed and lucky that I know them,
Mhm.
because my life is better because of these people that I know, including you, Nicole.
Thank you. Thank you.
Not as much as them.
And let's not forget Sophia.
Oh yeah.
She's very talented, Sophia. She's our fourth.
Oh, Sophia is brilliant, beautiful, and talented, just like Renee. And you're super talented, but without the eye makeup, AJ, you're not beautiful. I'm
That
sorry.
is so fair. That's
You're just
I
good
almost did a smoky eye for this, and I regret not doing
Just good looking.
Which I'd love to have you guys back. We did have a couple of technical issues, but despite that, I think when we put this up, this is going to be, this is going to be a really nice piece of content that we have here. And I just want to thank you for putting in the time tonight to come out and perform and talk about your talk about the play and to perform the play and give a lot of yourselves so other people can and to at least experience the arts even when they're shut up like we are right now in our homes, and give us that little piece of escape from our everyday all four walls
Yeah.
kind of existence that we're going through right now.
Well, we don't have to fight traffic to get to a show, or we're always.
I know this is
Press a button.
if I didn't, if I was a kind of a, I don't care at all, I'd be like, oh, BYOB and, sit back.
Was I not supposed to have this bottle of rosé here this whole time?
You don't say anything about it.
I mean, my friend's bottle of rosé.
How did this get here?
But I think this is a great experience because it gives people an idea, like the what we have to go through to put on a production. It's not easy. I had to 10 minutes today trying to figure this out. And I would love to have you guys come back and do another set of plays, in a couple weeks, if that's all possible.
That would be wonderful.
Yeah.
Just to, because I don't know about you guys, but I've run out of stuff to do 3 weeks ago.
But I have to say, Nicole, if you don't mind, I'd just like to remind whoever is watching that the Jersey Shore Arts Center is having a fundraiser.
Yes, we are.
And that not only on individuals. Did you guys lose me?
Yes.
Just a little bit, but that's okay.
Yeah, for a hot second there.
Yeah,
It's been hard on individuals, but it's been hard on facilities like yours.
Yeah, we've been closed up since the 16th of March, and
Right.
we've lost about 4 or 5 events, including our major spring fundraiser that was supposed to happen in June. So I've set up a GoFundMe site. If you go on our Facebook page, for those that are watching, and you'll see a link for the JASAC. I know the letters. GE COVID fundraiser. We're looking to raise another $12,000 to make up for those losses. Those funds go to keeping the lights on, to paying the insurance, to maintaining the building, to making sure our expenses are paid, and we've lost a significant chunk of that because of the closures and cancellations that we had to do. And that means that we've had to shut down. We still have artists going in and doing projects, but we haven't had Shoreline Dance Academy in doing classes except for their virtual classes. We've had other people that have classes and programs that they can't do. So it's severely impacted our organization and the people that we service. So by going on to the GoFundMe page, and making a donation of anything from 20 to 50 to, you know, heaven forbid that $500 contribution, that could help us keep the lights on a couple more weeks, just so we can get it past this point in time, so we can keep on and keep going. So.
Well, thank you very much for everything you do. And thank you, AJ Melnick, and thank you, Renee Panagos,
And
for
thank you, Sheila.
sharing your incredible talent.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
And I think we should do a Zoom applause.
Woo! Oh, everything.
That's what you're missing with the virtual performance, is you miss that standing ovation. So I sit and ovate you all, and you know, just hang on. I'm going to end the recording shortly, but Sheila, did you have anything else to say, or do you have any future plans in September?
We do, but everything's a little bit on hold.
Okay.
But I think our future plans include being back with you in 3 weeks.
Awesome. Well, I look forward to it, Sheila, and I look forward to seeing you guys in person eventually.
Eventually,
Yep.
yes, we hope so.
All right, I'm going to thank everybody that is watching this, and to continue to support organizations like Dromio Players and the organizations that are within our building. And that if they have any questions, feel free to visit our website at jerseyshoreartcenter.org, or you can email me at nnappy@jerseyshoreartcenter.org if you have any questions. We're not in our offices right now, so email and website are the best way to communicate with us.